Welcome back to SkillCapped. My name is Jack, and we are rounding out our patch week coverage with a brand new weapons tier list. Consulting the highest level of play, the average level of play, and all the beautiful shades of brilliant chaos in between, we rank the best weapons in the current meta so that you can spend those credits correctly and continue capping craniums at your capacity. Don't ask me how I nail these alliterations, it just comes to me. The other thing that comes to me is the question of the day, and today we are asking you, do you think it's time for a new weapon in Valorant? Now, this is an interesting one as the intrigue and staying power of Valorant comes from the agents, the maps, and the interplay, the strategies, the compositions, the economy management. It's not like other FPS games that do rely on adding new weapons and variety through the gunplay itself. That being said, even CSGO has added some new weapons over the years to shake things up, so should Valorant consider that? Or is the game still so new that it's not necessary? Let me know in those comments down below. I go back and forth on this one. Alright, slap it on screen. It's the main tier list. We start at D, go to overpowered rank, all the weapons in between ranked as necessary. You know the drill. And if you're a keen-eyed viewer, you know what's coming. Yep, starting out and holding down the fort in the D tier by itself is the Guardian. The Guardian is the epitome of the D tier in my opinion. It's too expensive for its value, so the rifles above it are not only vastly superior choices, but aren't so far off in price as to justify the Guardian in an economy sense. It then loses in that economy sense because the Bulldog is more versatile and costs less. And like, okay, yes, if you got Hiko's Eternal Youth aim, or you can one-tap like Scream, you could use the Guardian to a very high level. I'm sure once in a blue moon you'll pick this up, tap it down, and be like, ooh, hold up, this gun has the spice on it. But don't believe it, it's a lie. There is no spice on the Guardian. It's got the intrigue of a saltine sandwich on white, and please, Riot, put the spice on it, dude. Season it up. Save my boy. Listen, my friends, this is normally where I write a really clever transition into the ad read, but the Guardian, it just really bums me out. And you know what else really bums me out? Losing ranked games. And if you want to stop losing and start climbing the ranks, go to skillcapped.com and get access to our all-improvement platform. Sharpen every facet of your game and get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. Today. Moving onward to somewhat greener pastures, we got the C tier. C tier is a mixed bag. We got some mediocre, we got some okay, we got some former Titans hit too hard by the Nerf bat, but in general, these weapons are just okay. And you know what? That's okay. Our first C-tier weapon is a newcomer to the tier, and quickly plummeting down the tiering rung is the former meta god, the Bucky. Man, where to start with how they massacred this man's? Like, to put it in perspective, if pre-nerf Bucky had an operator barrel on it to snipe people with, the new Bucky post-nerf got the shorty sawed-off treatment. Riot really cut this thing at the knees. I mean, this thing is just a shell of its former self, but all is not lost. What the Bucky has left is economy value. 900 credits to get reliable kills within 8 meters definitely has value, but I would say exclusively defensive value. I just don't see how you make the Bucky work on attack right now unless you fly Mach 1 as Raze or teleport behind the enemy as Omen or Yoru maybe? In general, on maps like Bind and Split especially, there's great short-range angles on defense that the Bucky will put in work on, so not all is lost, just the majority's lost. And whew, they really did the Bucky dirty with these nerfs. Moving on to our next C-tier member, we got the strongest gun in the tier, and that's the Bulldog. Again, my beef with the Bulldog is well documented, so I'll leave that there. I think, you know what would be nice is to see a slight decrease to the time between bursts while aiming down sights. I think a big thing about the Bulldog is how punishing it can be when you don't get that first burst kill. The interval between feels like it takes an eternity, and I'd like to see it shortened slightly. Just my 2 cents though, a lot of you seem to love the Bulldog, so maybe I'm just missing something. I'm willing to acknowledge that. But I'm not missing as much to our next C-tier weapon, the Shorty. Get it? Because its range is terrible. Whatever, it was a good joke. Moving on, the Shorty really feels like it's a half-finished weapon. I'd love to see some kind of alternative fire mode or maybe like a reload buff or something. The Shorty is awkward as hell to use, and it just feels like it isn't a complete weapon in the game, and that's why it ends up being the worst pistol option by far. Moving on past the mediocrity, we're hitting some good stuff now in the B tier. The B tier weapons are kind of on the outside looking in terms of breaking into the econ round or full buy round metas. By no means bad options, they may just be second choice to all but the most savvy players. Starting out with another fallen god weapon, we got the Frenzy, and I gotta point out Nitro of 100 Thieves Regard, who has been leading the charge to bring the Frenzy back. He's been using it, tweeting about it, promoting it, and you know, I've been saying that for a while. It's not like the Frenzy isn't any less deadly than it was previously, you just can't buy armor, which is why its usage has gone down. But if you can use the Frenzy and get those Mach 1 AD spam frags, then who cares? If you really hate pistol rounds, grab the pocket rifle and forget regular pistols exist. Go nuts, the Frenzy is by no means bad. But if pistols are your game but you want some utility, maybe some of that one-tap protection in the form of light armor unless the law gets pulled on you, then our next B tier weapon is for you, and that's the Classic. What else to say at this point? It's a workhorse pistol, the right click can still be a deadly opener or finisher, and you get all of that important utility if you need it. It's the Classic, it's literally the brimstone of weapons, it's reliable, faithful, it never cheats on you, it's always there for you, it's the Classic. On the flip side of safe and standard, we got the high risk, high reward Marshall moving up a tier and claiming its first B tier spot, and a lot of that has to do with the decline of shotguns. This has opened up second round defensive buys and in walks in the Marshall. Great value and potential damage output, especially against full saving players. It's just a damn good option if you can get over the fears of having a sniper in your hands. Marshall is here to stay, and as some other CQC options decline, I think it'll continue to rise in popularity, especially with our operator mains in the audience. Rounding out the B tier, we got the Stinger. The Stinger is still losing the arms race to Big Brother Spectre, but that doesn't mean it isn't a viable option. In terms of a, quote, I want to dedicate all my resources to getting a single kill on a better bot player than yeet this thing out of my hands option, it's definitely uniquely suited. It's almost like a bigger Frenzy. It's all about drifting around corners and annihilating everything in a 15-meter zone and hoping you can find a new gun right after. By no means bad, the Stinger just isn't the eco king workhorse it used to be. Jamming on up, we got the A tier, our home for the pistols and the eco gods. These weapons obviously get trounced by our full buy weapons, but they often have a chance in these bad situations or shine on their own in pistol and eco versus eco rounds. Our first A tier weapon is a gun that I totally didn't forget in my rush last time around, and that's the Sheriff. Just like that last tier list that I totally didn't mess up, the Sheriff keeps his A-ring for being a versatile eco and pistol round option and innovating its own economic strategies to help get operator mains the magic stick ASAP. The only holdover problem I have with it is the range drop off. It's purely a CSGO thing, but dinking with the Sheriff just kills my soul. I doubt Riot will change it, but I still hate it. But I should probably let it go. But I still hate it. But I should let it go. But I hate it. Like, I understand logically it's there, but I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of letting things go, you probably shouldn't do that with our next A tier weapon if your goal is to frag out on the pistol rounds. Yep, that's right, we are talking about the Ghost. Very much an Omen or Sova tier impact weapon. The Ghost is unkillable in the meta. If it's straight busted, you aren't knocking the Ghost off its spot in the pistol rounds, and that's why it remains A tier. It's the best pistol in the game. Next on the A tier, we got a continued riser in the econ metagame, and that's the Ares. Just like the Marshall, this hose of bullets really likes shotgun meta being done, meaning there's more opportunity for Yatata without Yatata taking a Bucky to the teeth. The Ares should get more respect than it does because this thing is damn good. On defense, buy it, sit somewhere on a site, and become a turret. Just become a Killjoy turret and you will get so much value. Speaking of damn good, you'll see a lot of that in our next A tier item, and it's also one of the other econ masters currently at the top of the mountain. It's the Spectre. The Spectre is just an all-around excellent choice for smoke characters or lurker players, because you can just be in those perfect scenarios for moving through smokes or catch people off guard. You can just mow them down with that suppressor and stay silent. And it's still very much cruising. The Spectre is gaming, and you better start gaming with it. Rounding out the A tier is the Judge, who is still definitely weeping over fallen comrade Bucky, but the Judge has remained a fantastic option for clearing all your problems at high speeds. Definitely Sage's best friend. The Judge is a meat grinder and very, very good on bind and split especially. Don't sleep on it just because the Bucky is nerfed. The Judge is deadly. Alright, once again, our S tier is unaltered. Turns out you can't beat the dominance of the AC-130, the Intervention, the M4A1S, and the AK. Oh wait, sorry, I think I got a couple games mixed up. The S tier is our full buy tier, and the full buys are still the same. The Operator is for those who want to get frisky with economy and go for those great early picks or unmatched sight anchoring. The Vandal is for those who favor accuracy and burst firing to optimize duels and hold angles effectively. The Phantom is best used by smoke characters, aggressive players, and lurkers alike. Shoot through smoke safely and get the silent drop on the enemy on the flank. The Phantom is amazing. Finally, we got the Odin for all of your TF2 fantasy needs, and for any wall demolition necessary, the Odin can be a bit of a meme, but it's definitely a deadly ass meme. And just like last time, we don't have an OP tier because the game is really jamming right now. Things are going good, and there are no outliers in the weapon meta. We are in a very, very good spot for that. And that also means we are done. Here's the final tier list. Let me know your personal weapon tier list in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe while you are down there for more premium content just like this with one goal in mind: helping you become a better player. We here at SkillCapped would like to thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.